guys, it's Laura, and today I want to share with you a foundation that I've been wearing. The foundation I want to share with you today is going to be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. Now, the regular Photo Focus in this packaging has been out for quite some time, but for most people, like myself with dry skin, it just wasn't the best look. So they now have this dewy version, and I want to share my thoughts with you. Alright, so as the usual, let's start off with price. This foundation is going to retail for only $4.98 at Walmart. Alright, let's talk about the shade range. They have it listed that they offer 20 shades in this foundation, which 20 is not very many at all, especially when I'm going to tell you what I found with these shades. Originally, I tried the shade Soft Ivory, and this one was not a match. This one was very pink undertone, and once I put it on my skin, I just felt like I lost all the color, all the life out of my face. It was not the color for me at all. This shade I gave to my mom, who is a little bit fairer than I am, and in my opinion, it didn't even work out for her. So this one, you're going to have to really look at the shade range, which being a drugstore product, that's not always the easiest thing to do. So I went back for a different shade. While I was looking at the shades, because I am pretty fair with more of a neutral to warm undertone, all of the packaging looked similar to this. When you looked at them in the packaging, which maybe, that's not the best way to do this, they all looked very light and very pink. And I know after wearing foundation, that's not an undertone that looks good on me. So I went to the shade Soft Beige, which is the shade I do have on today. And while it is a little dark for me, I feel like it is the only one who had the undertone that I need. So as you can see here, these are going to be the shades I started with and the one that I have now. Now, the second part of this is, while it does say that they offer 20 shades, both Walmart and Ulta's sites only have 14 shades listed. So you're missing 6 shades no matter which retailer you choose to purchase this from. Let's get into some of the facts of this foundation. It is going to be cruelty-free, is gluten-free and talc-free, is vegan, and it does have fragrance in the ingredient. So if you are someone who fragrance in your face products bothers or irritates your skin, just be aware this one does have fragrance in it. So what do I think of the appearance of this foundation? Guys, this has a gorgeous finish. As you can see here, it is the one I'm wearing today, and this is pretty far into the day. I did apply this morning around 8 o'clock. It is now well after 6 o'clock in the evening, and this is how it is looking. I will also insert a picture here for you of how it looks right after application. I think it looks gorgeous. Don't be fooled. Just because this is a dewy foundation does not mean it doesn't have coverage. I find that a very little bit goes a long way with this, and while it does not have a pump, it does have this more spatula. I find that if I rake this across the bristles of my brush that I use to apply it, that one application is enough to do the full face and neck. You do not need a whole lot of this foundation. Again, just because it's dewy doesn't mean it doesn't have coverage. It is packing the coverage. There again, it does claim that this can be buildable from a medium to a full coverage. I definitely don't think that it's necessary to build because you are getting coverage, but if you're someone who just wants that extra coverage, go that extra mile, then it does say that it is buildable. So I want to read some of the claims for this one for you and kind of tell you what I think. So it says this one is a weightless, super nourishing foundation that delivers natural all-day wear. I think it has a little too much coverage to be considered natural. I mean, it's not something that's completely just stark, but to me, it's not going to be the look I get with a BB cream or some of my other foundations that are more of a lighter coverage. I definitely think it's more coverage than just natural. Another claim, it says, this moisturizing formula blends seamlessly, blurs imperfections, and helps minimize the appearance of pores for a perfectly smooth, dewy finish. I totally agree with that. I don't know about the pores because I do use a pore filling primer, but as far as the dewy finish, guys, I love the finish of this foundation and it stays all day. I want to get into some of the ingredients with you, so let's take a dive in that direction. It does have glycerin, which is going to be your humectant to bring that moisture into your skin. It also has dimethicone, which is going to be your occlusive to kind of give you a safety barrier to keep that moisture in once it's in, along with other emollients. So as far as giving moisture and hydration, it is going to give you both of those and then seal it in with that dimethicone. So as far as ingredients, I love all those ingredients, but again, there is fragrance in there. So if that irritates your skin, again, know it's in there. Show some swatches of these new foundations with my other foundations that I have. We're going to start off with that Wet n Wild and that Soft Ivory and Classic Ivory. Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation in the shade LW2. CoverGirl Plus Olay Advanced Radiance in Ivory. Revlon Age Defying in Bare Buff. Our Beauty Light Illusion in Nude L3. Last but not least, the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation in Soft Beige. Now, as you can see, I tried to do these from the lightest to the darkest of the foundations that I have. On the far left are the ones with more pinky looking undertones, and the one on the very far left is the one who doesn't even necessarily look pink here, but it looks really, really almost white. So overall, guys, I want to say that I absolutely love this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I do think the shades need to be extended as well as the undertones offered. But for $4.98 at Walmart, I do have to say I absolutely recommend this foundation, and if you've been looking for something new to try, give this one a try. So, have you ever tried this foundation? Are you going to try this foundation? Leave a comment here or on my social media. I'll have all that here for you, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say. Bye.